How did Jan Van Eyck's painting techniques evolve over time? Imagine walking through a gallery filled with vibrant colors and lifelike details, each painting telling a story of its own. One artist who transformed the art of painting during the early 15th century was Jan Van Eyck. His work not only captivated audiences of his time but also set a standard for future generations of artists. Jan Van Eyck began his career in a period when oil painting was still a relatively new technique. Initially, he utilized tempera, a method that involved mixing pigments with a water-soluble binder. However, as he progressed, he became one of the first to fully embrace oil paints, which allowed for greater flexibility and depth in color. This shift marked a significant change in his approach to capturing light and texture. As Van Eyck's career advanced, his mastery of oil paints became evident. He developed a technique that involved layering thin glazes of color, which created a luminous quality in his work. This method enabled him to achieve a level of realism that had not been seen before. His attention to detail, particularly in the depiction of fabrics and skin tones, showcased his growing skill and understanding of the medium. Another notable evolution in Van Eyck's painting techniques was his use of perspective and spatial composition. Early in his career, his works displayed a more flat and two-dimensional quality. However, as he continued to paint, he began to incorporate more sophisticated methods of perspective, giving his compositions a sense of depth and realism. This change allowed viewers to feel as though they were part of the scene rather than merely observing it from a distance. In addition to these technical advancements, Van Eyck's subject matter also evolved. His early works often focused on religious themes, but as he matured as an artist, he began to include more secular subjects and portraits. This shift reflected the changing cultural landscape of the time and demonstrated his ability to adapt to new artistic trends. By the end of his career, Jan Van Eyck had established himself as a master of oil painting, with techniques that influenced countless artists who followed him. His evolution from tempera to oil, his innovative use of glazes, and his advancements in perspective all contributed to a legacy that continues to inspire and educate art enthusiasts today. In conclusion, Jan Van Eyck's painting techniques evolved significantly over his lifetime, marking a transformative period in the history of art. His journey from early experimentation to mastery of oil painting not only changed his own work but also laid the groundwork for future developments in the art world.